Hey, Mary Beth.
Hi. I have a question. I am
Sure.
disabled and very
Mm-hmm.
low income.
Mm-hmm.
I get $711 a month for my income,
Mm-hmm.
and I pay my tithe of $72. Gladly, love to. Wish I could give more to support things, but
Mm-hmm.
I really struggle to pay my basic bills. I don't have any extras. I don't have cable television. I don't have internet access. Don't have long distance on my phone. Don't go out and buy records or books and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I also received food stamps, and I had not ever thought about it before, but someone had said something to me about something, and I kind of started thinking, well, should I be like tithing my food stamps? And at first I was thinking like, well, that would I like for a tenth of my food stamps, buy food and give it to a food pantry. But then I thought about it and I
Mm-hmm.
thought, well, that's probably not legal. But so then for my food stamps, should I, like, for,
Mm.
10% of my food stamp income, should I be, trying to take that
Yeah,
from?
mm. Yeah, that's a good question, Mary Beth. Here's what all I can say is obviously, you're using the system that is in your case is a great thing. That's what the system's there for, a safety net and for help in that regard. But I do believe, and I appreciate the fact that you do tithe on your disability check, and that because all of that, all the things that we receive, obviously are a gift from God. We live in a nation that God's hand of blessing has been on for 238 years or so, and I believe that is a gift. And yeah, I mean, I think probably from if we wanted to be very legalistic about your tithe, then, I guess the value of those food stamps, whatever that value is, that extra, $15 or $10 or whatever it is you receive, I think it would be wonderful if you can find a way to, give glory to God for that benefit. So, but at the same time, I loved what you said at the beginning of the question, is that, you wish that, your heart's desire is to tithe more. And I do believe that we are to give as our heart would lead. And I think God, obviously God knows our heart. He knows what you would like to do. God does want us to provide for those under our roof, in this case, you. And, you've got to, obviously see some sort of practicality to that. But I will say this, if you tithe on that money, on that food stamp money, I believe, because God is the great multiplier, I don't believe that you'll notice it. I don't believe that it will be something that will cause you strain and heartache by tithing on it. So I certainly think that it is the right thing to do, and if at all possible, I think you ought to do it. It is a gift from the Lord, so I think you ought to do that. And here's the thing, Mary Beth, and you already know this because you've experienced this. In my opinion, tithing is one of the greatest acts of worship that we can do and engage in, because I think that we all hang so tightly and have such necessity for the dollars that God's blessed us with. And I think the giving up of even just a little bit, even of 10% of it, really is such a great commitment and such a wonderful act of worship. And so, one of the ways that I would look at it is, don't deny yourself a greater act of worship, even to the Lord, than you already are doing. So that's another wonderful way of looking at it, and I hope you'll do that. But I thank you for that call, Mary Beth, because I'm sure it is going to be an encouragement to others, and I appreciate you ministering to others in that way by asking that question.